Howdy folks, TJ here. Time to do a little bit of unboxing and first test of a monitor that I've been wanting to purchase for a while. And it's for this little RaspberryPi 500 Plus. You gotta have the right monitor for it. Now, although I'm gonna probably use it majority on a big screen type of TV or monitor, there's something to say about the RaspberryPi branded monitor that I just had to snag. The day that I saw this a while ago, this has been out for some time, I thought, hey, I could just buy one for some of my other retro computers that can do HDMI output. It's a cool looking little monitor. I can take it on trips if I ever go someplace and I want to, like have a table or a booth at, say, Ami West, for example. That's a yearly Amiga show in Sacramento. I've been known to take my specky necks there and be an oddball in a group of Commodorians. I could bring this instead of, bringing a big old honking monitor. So we're going to do an unboxing. Yes, Raspberry Pi makes lots of things, and one of them is a monitor that is tailored and made specifically, kind of color coordinated with a Raspberry Pi keyboard-based computer. So let's go ahead and do a little unboxing. I also purchased the AC adapter. The thing that's neat about this monitor is it can actually be powered from your Raspberry Pi. But if you do that, the amount of brightness it comes down because it's having to power the computer and a monitor, so you don't get quite as vibrant as, I guess, a video that you can get. So it recommended that you get a nice power supply for it. So I went ahead and invested in the 27-watt USB-C power supply, which we might as well go ahead and unbox right now. It's just an AC adapter, not a big deal, but nice to have one. Now, hopefully, the power cord is longer on this. What I found unique, I have a AC adapter dangling behind this desk. The cords that they provided on some things are just too short. It's like, at least make it 6 foot. And if you can make it a little longer, like 7, that's cool. But if you make it like 3 or 4 foot, it's not long enough. So this one doesn't seem super long. Yeah, see, this one's a little short too. Look, what's that? Foot 2. Yeah, so basically, I don't want to ding up my dang monitor and keyboard. That's okay. This is just an AC adapter. But what's nice about this is it's got the little Raspberry Pi logo on the end. But yeah, this is a short cable. So if I'm going to try to power something, even like right now, I've got an AC strip down here, I'm going to have to do this, and it's not going to reach my monitor. So add a couple extra feet, you son of a bees weasels. That's a short little dinky-ass cable. I know it's cold out. I know there's shrinkage, but give me a bigger cable. Okay, so now I'm going to have to bring up an AC adapter up here because I'm going to be putting the monitor here to show you. And look at how rinky-dink this is. It's pissing me off. Okay, AC adapter. It looks nice. It's a 27 water, and it's got a nice little Raspberry Pi logo on it. Okay, box over there. Okay, so the monitor box. So the main box that this shipped in was a little bit damaged, a little bit dinged up. And even this box, it looks like it's got some creases in it. So it must have been like, stuck on a rack of 50 of them or something. It's a little pushed in, but I think everything should be okay. And it says Raspberry Pi monitor, red, white. That's the color of it. 15.6 inches, 1080p. So that's what the box looks like that it comes in. And this is the first time I'm doing an unboxing over here at this desk. Normally I'm shifted over there, but today I wanted to do something different. I was going to do a one take, but now that I have a short dangling cable, I can't do that because I'm going to have to move power up over here. Although, I'm going to have to do that. I'm trying to think outside the box. So inside the box, you can see it's got these little flappers here that's been holding the monitor in. And it's got some little finger areas that you can stick your fingers in to pull said monitor out. And it's really light. This is like think of a laptop. This is I'm going to put it down here for a second because there is some other stuff in this generic box. It looks like it comes with a little booklet. Let's look at the booklet. Very small booklet. It had shrinkage as well. It's cold out. So the booklet looks like this. At least it came with one, so that's cool. And then what side's what? Is that so? This side is yeah. You could read it. Well, you're not going to read it because it's really tiny, small print. But there's that, and then there's on the back, and it shows you the. So the front of the monitor is red, no, white, and the back of it's red, which was kind of cool because the original. Damn. Maybe I don't like to do unboxings over here. There's less elbow room. So booklet. Okay, put the booklet over there. Inside here, is there anything else? Okay, and so what's funny is they've provided, so there's nothing else in this box. There's just a lot of stuff. I'm going to stick over here. Nothing of particular. They should have included the power cord. Well, they included the cord, but I guarantee this one's short too. So this one is a USB-C cable, USB type of deal. So, so this is USB-C? Yeah, this is going to power the monitor. I guess if I want to power it directly from here, I can use just this cord. So it came with a little USB to USB-C cord as well. All right. Shifting things around here. So the monitor does come in a little vestibule, and we're going to go ahead and pull this out so it's protected. I'm going to look at it first because I'm a little greedy sucker, but it's a cute little monitor. Look at this little thing. So here's the front of it. And then the back of it's red. Now, if you follow Raspberry Pi, you know that the original 400 all-in-one keyboard design had red bottom, and white top, and then I think the mouse was the same way, but when they moved on to the 500 and 500 Plus, it became all white for the computer, but the monitor, they went ahead and kept the red on the back. It looks kind of cool. I like the red on the back. So on the back, it does have these little screw holes, which I'm guessing you could probably get some type of adapter to maybe hang it on something, but it also comes with a little kickstand. And behind the kickstand are all of your ports. Hopefully, I'm kind of getting in here enough. I'm going to just kind of show it around, move it around. But all the portage is in this cavity. So you've got a HDMI, a USB-C, it looks like, and a speaker type of jack. So that's what these over here are for. Hopefully, that's coming in, and I'm getting it in the camera. Now, on this other side, there's nothing. So you've got that little kickstand, and it says Raspberry Pi monitor. There's a little QR code, and that's it. So on the back, it looks like there is some buttons. So interesting. Over on this side, there's some very flush, plasticky looking, touch sensitive, I don't know, buttons. And it looks like one is a power button, and then there's volume up and down, and brightness up and down. And a little LED that probably lights up when you turn it on. There are speakers on here. So if you look at it, there's little speakers on the front, which is kind of cool. And what's nice about this monitor, you know, that it feels like this is nice and tight, which is cool. It's cold, so it's got to be nice and tight. But you can lean it at different angles. I spit all over this thing already. You can put it at different angles. And what's nice, if you have this mated up close to it, there's a little slit down here that you can run the cables in through. Well, not that much cable, but the shrinking cables you could run through. So you can have it nice and nice looking that way. You don't have to run the cables around it. And I've spit all over this thing. I'm going to have to wipe it off. So it looks really neat. It matches this computer. That's why I basically purchased it. Now, do I have a cloth around here? I've got some shirts. I spit all over this. You should see. You're probably seeing this monitor. I spit a lot. If you ever come over my house, wear a shield. I need to clean that monitor really bad. You probably go, holy smoses. Yeah, anytime I say that, spit. I say, yes, I've got to clean that. I'm going to do that today. We'll see. But anyway, so there's this cute little monitor. Now it's time. I was going to just make this all one video. I can't because of the little cable. I can't reach power. So let me turn off the camera. Let me reach and put power up here. We'll do a first little test and make sure that it works. And then we'll call this video a wrap. So hold tight. All right, we have the monitor connected. Something I didn't notice before. It's got a nice big old Raspberry Pi logo here on the little protective sheath, which is kind of cool. Anyway, so the ports on the back, you got to definitely lift that little back stand to get to everything. And there's enough space, but it's a little tight. And I've got my monitor USB cable from this connected here, as well as the power supply. And hopefully that's in the screen. What I want to do is I'm going to re-plug this in. When I plugged it in first time, it came up with some stuff on the screen, which I thought was kind of cool. So let's see if it does it again. Oh, I'm rocking the boat over here. Does it come up with stuff again? No, it did it before. Why isn't it doing it now? Damn it! It was kind of neat. It kind of said, hey, I'm resting. I'm sleeping. Maybe the power button somehow was pushed on. Power? No. Oh, no. Let's go ahead and turn on the computer. See. Oh, there's that little icon that says, I'm not connected, but we are connected now. There we go. Okay, we're booting. So I've turned on my Raspberry Pi. It says 1920 by 1080. And the screen is booting up. There's a little QR code up here. Oh, there we go. We've got a little desktop here. Let me move my Amiga mouse out of the way and move this down here. Cool. Let me go ahead and actually make sure we're kind of focused in on the screen here. And you'll see less of me, but probably, you're not going to see super tight up, but I think close enough. Let's go ahead and expand it some. Focus in on the screen. Okay, so you'll see less of me, although my face is here. So it looks fairly bright. There is a brightness button and stuff in the back. Everything, you're going to have to reach behind and kind of get a feel for where stuff is. But out of the chute, let's go ahead and actually bring up a YouTube video. I want to hear what these speakers sound like. Oh, I got to type in a password. Son of a bitch. No, I don't need to do that for this. I don't think so. Cancel. I want to just go to YouTube. I don't need to be logged in. And let's type in Raspberry Pi, R-A-S-P-R-B-E-R-R-Y, Raspberry Pi 500. Oh, I put it. Okay, it's bringing stuff up. Let me, again, just focus in on the screen here. I'm going to actually move this over here. Whoa, this. Don't. Okay. Let's see if I can find my own video. Filters. Mine should still be up there. Upload this week under 3 minutes. Prioritize. No, I just want to look. Where's mine? Damn it, filters. The filters look different. I'm running into all sorts of problems. I just wanted to do it by. So this month, I should pop up, I think, because I don't want to play somebody else's video. It'll be copied. There's me. Okay, my very first boost. So let's go ahead and load and make the screen full size. Skip.
Are you guys gonna make?
Hi folks, TJ here. I'm pretty dang excited. I feel like. So the volume is not very loud at the moment. Let's see. Do I have the volume up over here? Volume's up all the way. Let me hit cancel. I need to get, where's my flashlight? See, this is where buttons on the front would be better. Where did I put my Oh, I hit son of a bees weasel. I'm going to look in the back. I had it in my pocket. I want to look for the volume thing. So if you're the type that want to have everything up front, because I don't know where these buttons are. This looks like the speaker. Yeah, okay. If I hit this plus. Okay, so volume wasn't up all the way. So we're going to turn it up to So it's the furthest one to this side. Let's go ahead and start it up again.
Although back in the 1980, I actually
So that's 75.
when kids actually had jobs. I forgot what age I was. Let's see.
That's 100.
Yeah, I would have been
That's 100.
13.
It's kind of low,
Years old, 'cause I was born in
but it would be sufficient. Now, there is a speaker port back here, so if you want to pipe it out to better speakers.
saving up for years. So I probably had my first paper.
The video looks nice, though. It's small. Everything about this setup is kind of small.
Saved up the money and bought an Atari 800. It was the awesome. A little HDMI.
Well, get to the boot, TJ. There he is. He's booted. Okay.
Gonna move over here. I like
So, yeah, the sound is low. It's not super piping loud. I've got it turned up, I believe, to the max. Let's go ahead and close this. Is there a sound speaker thing up here? Speaker? Yeah, it's up to the max. Everything's to the max. The monitor's to the max. So it's not super loud, so don't expect stereophonic, bitchin' super loud. But for you being close to it, I think it's perfectly acceptable. Video is bright. There is a brightness button. So I think once you get your feel, the buttons, the up, down to the farthest right back here is the volume, and then there's brightness right next to it. So if you kind of move your fingers down, you could turn up the brightness. So it was at about 50. That's 70-something. That's a little too bright for me. I think 70 might be good. So the brightness of the screen looks pretty good. The tilt, if you want things to change tilt-wise and want it a little bit more up front, a little bit more laid back. It feels very solid, the stand. It looks good, too. I mean, let me go ahead and pan out the camera. I think you've seen close enough. Okay. We'll pan out. Okay, pan. Oh, no, that's the wrong direction. Okay, I'll pull the camera back here. So this is a cool looking little, for sure, little monitor. And I've got now a Raspberry Pi 500 Plus. This is very lightweight, very portable. If you're a trade showy kind of person, I think taking something like this would be very easy to do. It's very lightweight, very small, and you can even use, this thing to kind of protect it when you take it with you, and it's got the little Raspberry Pi logo. The AC adapter, the cord that I purchased, that's a little short. It seems to be the way of the world. Everything's a little short. I'm short. But anyway, so it looks kind of nice. Why did I get this? Well, originally, before I even bought a Raspberry Pi, I was considering putting this little monitor up on one of my Ataris, like the Mega STE or the TT. I've now got big old monitors connected to those. But so now that I own a Raspberry Pi, I had to come complete circle and have a proper little monitor for it. Where am I going to put it? I think what I may do, this desk is getting a little clogged, but I may put it right up over kind of here, like this. And so I can still see my big screen TV. And if I want to unplug this cable and plug it into my little switch box and have a big gaming Raspberry Pi day, perfect. But if I want to just do quick little, have this running all the time now, set up on this, I can have email or something like that up over here. And it's kind of tucked up out of the way. Just put it at a proper angle so I can see it. I got to figure out the dangly little short cord, so I'm going to run it over the table and plug it in back there someplace. I have to have an AC adapter right behind this screen. I've got tons of stuff behind the screen. That's the problem, though. Everything's just right there. So anyway, this is the Raspberry Pi monitor. It looks nice. Everything seems to be working out of the box. And so there you go. Thanks for watching the video. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.